Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the PANSIGHT webinar. Let me start this slide presentation. I assume the slide is visible and I am audible. The topic is psychology of intuition. There are numerous books on intuition. I just displayed 3 titles. Intuition by Osho, Trust Your Intuition, The Power of Intuition. Less is more. I can speak for more than 5 hours on this topic. But obviously, because of the time constraint, I'll be speaking for 35, maximum 40 minutes. Purpose of today's webinar: know what is intuition. Know the power of intuition. Know how to develop intuition. Now, please keep your mic muted, my dear friends. And first, I want to know, how many of you know what intuition is? Because last week, I contacted nearly 10 people. And when I asked them what they know about intuition, only a couple of people, they knew what intuition is. So I'm curious to know, how many of you really know what intuition is? If you don't know, in the chat box, put the alphabet N, please. So that I'll get a clear picture about Android, Blue. No? Okay, thank you. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel ashamed and be honest. And if you don't know, put no. Fine. So only then, if I know that most of you don't know, I will put some special efforts to explain everything. Thank you. So once you know the power of intuition, then I will help you how to develop intuition. This talk is based on FEQT, facts, experience. Of course, I'll be using many quotations. And thinking. Thinking means, thinking is my hobby. So when I read some quotations or when I come across some facts or information data, then I sit and think and I try to find out how I can use the raw material, the facts, information, evidence, data, that's the raw material for my thinking. Famous intuitive thinkers. Henry Ford. Henry Ford revolutionized the automobile manufacturing. It was he who introduced that assembly line manufacturing. He conceived that idea when he visited a meat factory. Listen to me carefully. He visited a meat factory, and that visit, what he saw there, that one gave him that new idea. That is a product of intuitive thinking. And we know subsequently everything changed. That is Thomas Edison, inventor of numerous things. Electric bulb, gramophone record, motion camera, everything. And his formal education was only 3 months of formal schooling. He was a self-educated genius. And he has also, these people, they have openly acknowledged the power of intuition. They admitted that intuition played a big role in their success. Albert Einstein, theory of relativity, everything conceived, thinking. These are all the products of thinking. Steve Jobs, we have Mr. Shravan here, who has been working for Apple. Steve Jobs, a college dropout. He again revolutionized 4 industries: music industry, the phone industry, computer industry, and the movie industry. And he has also openly acknowledged several times the power of intuition. iPhone, he didn't come up with the ideas after doing any market research. Please understand. These people, they didn't conduct any market research to find out what people want or what people need. Intuition. Oprah Winfrey, the first African American woman to become a billionaire in 2003, a media personality, television talk show host. Again, in many interviews, she has validated the power of intuition. Indra Nooyi, the former CEO of PepsiCo. She is from Tamil Nadu. She also made many comments about intuition, business decision, how intuition guided her in taking the right decisions quickly. Now, the definition of intuition is most of you admitted that you don't know what intuition is. A non-conscious form of knowing, a feeling or hunch that arises without apparent reasoning. I'm reading it very slowly because each and every word matters. So a non-conscious form, you are not using the conscious mind. A feeling or hunch, and they use the word gut feeling, without any obvious reasoning. It draws on our experiences, emotions, and the subconscious processing of information. That intuitive mind won't work if you don't have good experience and if you don't have the adequate raw material like the facts, evidence, data. They are required. That unlike logical thinking, The intuitive thinking is often quick and holistic. Is it clear? Definition. If it is clear, crystal clear, in the chat box put Y, the alphabet Y. I want to know. I want to make sure that we are on the same page. Yes, Sanjana, yes, Namta, yes, yes. So there is no confusion. So it is not the conscious mind. Intuition is coming from the subconscious mind. And during the presentation, I'll be sharing a couple of my own, what happened in my own life, the intuitive thinking, how it helped. Malcolm Gladwell, his book, Blink, The Power of Thinking Without Thinking. John Assaraf, a Canadian Israeli author, intuition is what you know before you think. Alain de Botton, intuition is unconscious accumulated experience informing judgment in real time. This is my own thoughts. Knowledge is the product of logical thinking. Wisdom is the product of intuitive thinking. And wisdom combines knowledge with common sense. What happens is, many people, they have knowledge, but very few people have wisdom. Why? The common sense is missing. With the formal education, many people, they lose that common sense. I gave a talk on common sense deficiency syndrome, and it is available on the YouTube. It will be very interesting to watch that one. Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart. Capital is not hard to find. Intuition, yes. Yes. Walmart, he started in a small place. He didn't start in New York, not in California, or Texas, in Arkansas. That's where he started. And we know that worldwide, the presence of Walmart. Gentleman with a lot of intuition. Okay, you know, Bill Gates, his own words, often you have to rely on intuition. If I'm a psychologist, a psychotherapist, the intellect can be wrong. The intuition is always right. Michel Casso, I like this quotation very much. If you do not listen to your intuition, it will stop talking to you. Your intuition is like a sensitive friend. If you question it, censor it, judge it, it gets hurt and becomes silent. That is what happens. Many people, intuition is the inner voice. The inner voice, always, constantly, somebody is talking to you. The inner voice. And it may warn you sometimes. Don't do this one. You'll get into trouble. Somebody say, go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Do it. There's no obvious reason. I told you, intuition, you won't be able to explain on the basis of reasoning. And if you ignore that one, after some time, that inner voice will stop whispering into your ears. Then you lose that ability to make any decision using the intuitive thinking. Is this point clear? It is clear, but why? Because I want to make sure, because I suffered long time back by ignoring my intuition. Some of the decisions, I simply ignored the intuition. Then I landed in deep trouble. Okay, Android, Blue Droid, during the question answer session, you can ask me. I'll explain more. Intuition will tell the thinking mind where to look next. Jonas Salk, he developed the polio vaccine, 1955. And he believed, his intuition told me, yes, it will work. And many people were skeptical. What did he do? He tried it. He administered that vaccine to himself and to his children. Look at the risk. A new vaccine he developed, his own family members. Subsequently, yes, polio, he was able to virtually eradicate polio in USA. This guy, the gentleman, not greedy. He didn't apply for any patency. He said, this is for the community, for the welfare of the humanity. I don't want to make any profit. Jonas Salk. Intuition is the clear whisper of God. Rumi. When in the 13th century, now we are in the 21st century. So it is a clear whisper of God. Sri Aurobindo, the great sage, the expression from above is for us only a way of speaking. Many receive from above the command or action. We call it intuition. Some of you might have heard the expression, Uparwala. Uparwala. That Uparwala talks to you. That is intuition. A spiritual leader. So a business leader, spiritual leader, a scientist, they are all openly acknowledging the power of intuition. Now, are you convinced about the power of intuition? If you are convinced, say yes in the chat box. Yes. 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 Thank you. Yes, Ramendran also, thank you. Reddiar, motivational speaker and a writer. If prayer is you talking to God, then intuition is God talking to you. I'll share my own personal experience. When I was working in the VA hospital, it's a federal hospital, I was subjected to discrimination, harassment, bullying. My work environment is very hostile. I was not the first person. They have done that to many people. Doctors, nurses. It is not uncommon in the USA. It is not uncommon. And they are all the policies and everything. Harassment prevention policy, this policy, that policy. They don't. They simply violate. You can fight. You can have a legal battle. But most of the people, they don't even dare to fight. When I was subjected to that one, my inner voice, so-called God, whispering into my ears, you must fight. Told me, you must fight. But my rational brain, the logical brain, said, no. Fighting against the federal government? Hey, that is foolish. There is no way you will win. And you will lose a lot of money because the attorney, legal expenses will be tremendous. You will. Don't do that one. That is my logical mind. But that intuitive mind repeatedly told me, you must fight. Go ahead. You must. You will win. I listened to my intuitive mind. I fought legal battle. It lasted for 7 years. I had to file 5 separate cases. During that time, my friends, they mocked at me. Some of them called me stupid. Some people told me what is this? There is a big risk. You are here, people have gun and they may come and shoot you. They were all using their thinking coming from the emotional brain and some using the rational brain. I simply ignored. Proceeded. 7 years later, the case went for jury trial. By then, the legal expenses, legal cost, nearly $150,000. That means 1.25 crore rupees. I won the case. So that is where that intuition, I listened to my intuition. This is one example. There are many examples, other examples. If time permits, during the discussion, I will share. Is this simple or single example, is it really convincing? Are you convinced? Because the risk of $150,000 and the 7 long years of battle, are you convinced about the power of intuition? Is it convinced? Yes, okay. Iowa Shaker, Bindu, Buma. This Iowa Shaker, he is aware of, he is in Iowa. He was in Iowa, now he is in Texas. So he knows more about my battle. So, that is it. Intuition. Obviously, when I won, they had to pay my attorney fee. I didn't have to spend even a single penny to my attorneys. The legal bill was $150,000. The judge ordered them to pay that one. It is not enough to have intuitions. We must act on them. We must live them. These were my own story. I got the intuition. If I ignored, if I didn't act on that one, that's what many people, they don't act on their intuition. They get the intuition, they use the logical brain. There is risk involved. If the logic wants you, risk. That's what the logical mind talks about. Intuitive mind, no. It is go ahead. Movie industry, music industry. When Kannadasan or Anand Bashi or somebody writes a song, the music director, the tune, everything, that is by intuitive thinking. Intuitive thinking, what instruments should be used, everything is not based on any logic at all. Creativity, again, intuition plays a big role. People like doctors, we have a couple of doctors in this forum now. Dr. Mohanlal, Dr. Shaji Prabhakar. Doctors, we depend on intuitive thinking most of the time. Police, politicians, intuition. Because as doctors, in a casualty emergency room, when a patient is brought in a critical condition, we don't have many, lab results are not available. You have to act. And if a patient is brought unconscious, and you may not be able to get any history or anything, so our decision, what to do, what medicine to give, these are all based on intuition. For the intuition to work, we must have good knowledge about the clinical knowledge, everything, and the common sense, wisdom, we take the decision. We are able to save some lives because of the intuitive thinking, not based on logic. Dr. Shaji, Dr. Mohanlal, do you agree? If you agree, in the chat box put why. Yes, raise the hand. Finger. Yes. So our profession, intuition. Intuition is the only true guide in life. Yiddu Krishnamurti, Indian philosopher. The Hazrat Inayat Khan is a professor of musicology and a Sufist. He died almost 100 years back. My intuition never fails me. It is I who fail when I do not listen to it. This happened, I told you. When I was around the age of 23, I ignored. Intuition warned me. I landed in deep trouble. Then subsequently again, 1980, I ignored my intuition. I trusted a friend. My intuition frequently repeatedly told me, don't. I ignored. My life made a hell by that guy. Then again, a couple of other incidents also, intuition. Then I started listening to my intuition. When I was around the age of 40, I was assistant professor in the medical college service, Department of Medicine. I was in comfort zone, everything comfortable, and before the age of 45, I would become the unit chief, and before the age of 50, I would become the professor and HOD and everything. It so happened when I accidentally came across a book that is a for the examination for going to USA. Just like that. The inner voice told me, write the exam. Take the exam. It's really challenging. My inner voice said, go ahead, do it. When I read that one, nearly 80% of the stuff was new to me. Because I completed my biochemistry, everything, learned biochemistry when I was 17, 18 years old. Because I was 40 years. Most of this stuff, I found them very hard. But my inner voice kept on urging me to, go ahead, go ahead. Then I decided to take the exam. Expensive. I had to go to London for taking the exam. Everything cost lakhs of rupees. I'm talking about 1992. A lot of money. Then again, including my teachers, a couple of teachers, they discouraged me. They said, you are already a middle-aged man. You are going to take all these examinations, compete with the young people, and the passing score is 75%? No, you are. Something is wrong with your thinking. You are crazy. Don't do that one. You are already assistant professor. You will soon become. Why are you taking this risk and everything? But my intuition kept on urging me to go ahead. I listened to my intuition. I took all those exams. I passed all those exams in the first attempt with the high scores. And because of that, everything changed. Everything changed. My life, my career, everything. Because I didn't ignore my intuition. This is a second real life experience. Is it convincing and interesting? If it is convincing and interesting, the chat box put why. Yes, Sanal Kumar, yes. And Bhuma, yes. Because I am a person who doesn't talk about theory. I am not at all a theoretician, my dear friends. I am not a theoretician. I don't like people who talk about theory. And some people, they preach, but they don't practice. No. I practice what I preach. I walk the talk. That's why I'm very much excited about sharing this knowledge with you. My dear friends, your success, your growth in life, the intuition. Never ignore intuition. But intuition is not simply guessing, not guessing. It should come from the subconscious mind. When it comes from the subconscious mind, the Edison also said, when he gets a new idea, that is from the subconscious mind, then he uses the conscious mind to analyze that one to make how it can be materialized. So when the subconscious mind told me, go ahead, take the exam, go abroad. Then the conscious mind, okay, you must read this one. Okay, what should I do? What are the things? How do I prepare? Everything. Then you work on that one. So listen to the subconscious mind, then act on that one. That is where the conscious mind. That's what he did. Edison, all these people, especially Steve Jobs. Agatha Christie. Women observe subconsciously 1,000 little details without knowing they are doing so. Their subconscious mind adds these little things together. They call the result intuition. How many of you know anything more about Agatha Christie? If you don't know, just say Yan. I'll tell you more about Agatha Christie. The chat box put no. Okay, Helen, no. No, fine. As I told you that whenever I ask a question, if you don't know, be frank. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Ignorance is not a sin. Okay. Agatha Christie, she has authored tens of crime fiction stories, novels, detective. One of her plays, The Mouse Trap, that has been running since 52. More than 27,000 shows. Mouse Trap, Agatha Christie. That quote. Again, I did a lot of reading and research before I giving this talk. Women, their intuitive mind is stronger than the intuitive mind of men. Especially, fine details they observe. A woman observes if a man and a woman they meet. The man won't notice anything about the jewelry, about the color of the blouse, about the color of the saree, or what kind of a this one, nothing. Where the woman notices everything, the shirt, the color, design, all those things. They go to a wedding, they notice everything, all the fine details. Men don't. The gut feeling is very strong for women. In this context, one of my friends, he is in Florida now. His wife, she was my student. When I was a faculty, she was my student. She is a person with a gut feeling. Okay, she gets something like that. So before doing certain things, I usually call her when I am not able to get an intuition. If I am not able to get an intuition, I ask her, hey, this thing, what do you think? And she will say, yes, it will. Go ahead. Or at times she may say, no, don't. And I listen to her, the gut feeling based advice. When you are under time pressure for a decision, you need to follow intuition. The Daniel Kahneman, and that is where I told you, we doctors, when we are pressured, time pressure, critical patient in the casualty, then we listen to intuition. How to develop intuition? So now we are all aware of what intuition is. How do you develop intuition? Be quiet and reflect. If there is a problem or a challenge, then I take some time off and sit in a quiet place. Or sometimes I go to the library. The library, quiet place. Then I sit and meditate or examine, reflect on that one. Stop multitasking. That is a real problem these days. You have to put your mobile phone away. Otherwise, that will create interruption. Doing many things at the same time, that subconscious mind won't be able to work. So don't do that one. Stop multitasking. This itself will make a big difference. Be mindful. Stay in the present. Mindful means staying in the present. Frequently, our mind will wander. You'll go think about the future or about the past. If your mind goes to the past, then what will happen? It will create feelings of negative feelings sometimes about the regret, guilt feelings, mistakes you committed. Oh, that one, I did that one. Oh, I am stupid. And then that negative self-talk. Oh, I am stupid. I was stupid. I should not have done that. All these things. Future anxiety. Oh, what will happen? Oh, there's a big risk. If I go ahead and it will cost $100,000 and $150,000, and if I lose the case, then what? Anxiety. Stay in the present. I think, okay, this is what I'm going to do. What I should do now. What now? What should be done? Staying in the present. That is mindfulness. Is this point clear, my dear friends? Because many people these days talk about mindfulness, and they make everything very, very cloudy. Is this clear? What mindfulness is? Yes. Shanmu Rajeshwari. Yeah. Because I had the opportunity to listen to plenty of people giving talks on mindfulness, mindful this one. But this is what it is. You don't have to sit and meditate. And they are mixing meditation with mindfulness. No, you don't need. All that is required is whatever that information there on, stop multitasking and concentrate on that one. And don't think about the future and worry about the future and feel bad about the past failures, mistakes. Concentrate on. Be in the present moment. Don't worry about perfection. Spend time in nature. When I was in Trivandrum long time back, I used to go to the beach, Shankumugam beach, and spend some time just watching the waves, blue sky, sun, and that one Santosh Kumar. If you don't know about the future, how do plans are? We'll come to that one later during the discussion. Don't go away. Okay. So, then here also, I go to a park. Here there are beautiful parks. And sit there and watch all these squirrels, rabbits. Spend some time with the nature. And that will actually mind again. Subconscious mind is released from the conscious this one. The constantly thinking and worrying. The subconscious mind won't be able to act. That's a strain on the subconscious mind. Engage in creative activities, art, music, dance. I listen to music. Either instrumental music or movie songs that are relaxing for me. Relaxation is very much important. Stop watching the TV news and the TV political debates. It won't help you in any way. Only negativity. I stopped watching TV news 30 years back. So I told you the purpose of this webinar is know what is intuition, know the power of intuition, know how to develop intuition. Did I keep my word? Did I honor my commitment? Yes. Yes, Boomaji. Yes, Helenji. Yes. Okay, thank you. Upcoming talks next week, psychology of prejudice. After that, psychology of greed. Thank you. Questions now.
Hello.
Now, just a minute.
Hello.
I welcome your questions. And now the time is going to be 8:48 to 8:50. I'll stop the recording at 9 o'clock sharp. Somebody has unmuted. Please mute your microphone. Please mute your microphone now. Please. Now, ask me a question. The next 10 minutes, mainly questions. After 9 o'clock, let us continue the discussion. So don't go away. But till 9 o'clock, only questions and be brief. And if you want to ask a question, please raise your hand so that I can call you.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Ask me the question. Please open your the camera I would like to see you. I don't feel comfortable in talking to a person who is.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hariharan here. Hariharan.
Okay, Hariharan ji.
Yes, I want to know the difference between common sense and intuition.
Common sense and?
Intuition.
Intuition, yes. Intuition and common sense. Common sense is you are using the information and facts and from your own experience. For example, I'll give you an example of common sense thinking. If you give freebies, the politicians, when they offer freebies, free bus ride, free electricity, a pension for everybody, about the women, use your common sense. Do you think it is sustainable? Where will the money come from? What about the money required for development? Many projects, you need money. So that is lack of common sense. That is what common sense is. And again, spending to become a doctor or forcing son or daughter to become an engineer and doctor, ignoring their own aptitude, talents, sending them to Rajasthan Kota for that coaching center, and already some 20 or 25 children, they have committed suicide. That is lack of common sense. Have I made it clear, Advocate Hariharan ji? That is example of lack of common sense. And when you don't have enough money and thinking of and buying a plot and making a 2,500 or 3,000 square feet house, taking a loan from bank and subsequently struggling to pay that mortgage. That is lack of common sense. So these are some examples. Intuition is not like that. Intuition, there is a problem. The other one is actually it's not a real problem. You are coming with something, thinking that will help them in the long run. No, it will hurt. But here is a problem, challenge. Or sometimes there's no challenge. Suddenly, a flash, an idea comes to your mind. That is intuition. Because when I looked at that book, a biochemistry book, that was in 1991, suddenly, go ahead.
Hello, I got a supplementary question. Hariharan again. I got a supplementary question, if I may ask.
Yes, go ahead.
You told that common sense is use of the information. Correct?
No. Common sense is using mostly the logical mind. Common sense, if you are not rational thinker, if you are emotional.
I got your point. My question is, supplementary question is, see, common sense is more related to how you use the information you get, whereas the senses are sources of information. In that respect, intuition will come as the sixth sense, I feel, because intuition also is a source of information.
That is where, once again, after this talk, please watch the video recording and look at the definition and some of those quotes. You can say intuition. Just a minute. You can say intuition, gut feeling, and some people may say sixth sense, many things. This is being an advocate, just like argument, like in a courtroom.
No, it is not argument.
You are trying
to. Not argument at all.
Pardon?
It is not argument at all.
You are trying to dissect that one. when you
I
try
am trying
to
to
dissect that
understand it
one,
better.
yeah,
I am
you can-
understanding. I am trying to understand it better.
Okay, good. Watch this video again, then you will get a.
I have already watched the not creativity, sorry, common sense video.
Okay, good.
I couldn't attend it, but since you told, I went through it.
Okay,
Your
good.
common sense, okay. Where
Okay, good.
in the talk you never mentioned it as the sixth sense. Of course, in the introduction to the talk you have mentioned it as the sixth sense.
Yes.
It is, see, but in the talk you never mentioned about it as sixth sense.
Okay.
And when I looked at the web, I find that by and far, this is what I have seen. Intuition is referred to as sixth sense. I am only sharing what I got. This is no argument here. Please understand.
Right. Okay, Advocate Hariharan ji, that is I don't usually blindly accept what is there in the Google. I use my own thinking and I redefine. Okay, now Dr. Shaji Prabhar, okay, go ahead.
Very good talk. Gut feeling and intuitions are same, is it not so?
Same.
So, is this intuition related to the gut and brain hormones? That is my question.
Okay, nothing to do with that gut hormones and everything. That is an expression, gut feeling.
Gut
That
feeling,
is a
okay.
long time back. They said that it's a gut feeling. And before I choosing the title, I contacted some of my friends and asked them, do you know what gut feeling is? Most of them, they didn't know what gut feeling is. And while I was talking to one gentleman, he immediately Googled and he told me, Kodal Vigaram. Gut feeling is Kodal Vigaram. Wire Vedanayano. Kodalita Vedana Vedana Adano, gut feeling. Because feeling is pain. Okay? Gut feeling. And immediately I thought, okay, no, I'm not going to put the title gut feeling. I'll choose the intuition. Now, Mr. Krishnan, go ahead.
Sir, I just wanted to check, when does this intuition, does it fail sometime?
It saves a lot of time. Intuition, subconscious mind, it works on whatever is their accumulated experience, whatever information, and it is high speed. It is connecting all the dots. You must have heard the expression, connect the dots. Just like jigsaw puzzle. A jigsaw puzzle, something is missing, and this particular piece of that one, immediately get the total picture. You get the picture now.
Yeah.
Or the children again, the dot, they connect the dots, everything, it is an elephant. When they connect the dots, picture is clear. If they don't connect some of the dots, nothing is clear. So, the subconscious mind, that is where everything is stored. And if you just allow that one to work, that is where no multitasking. Again, I am repeating. And in a quiet place, be in the nature, relax, all those things. And if Jayalalitha also had a lot of that intuition. Because in 2016, he refused to have any alliance. Without any alliance, the parliament election, no alliance. And I think, if I correctly, out of 40 seats, nearly 38 or 39, he was able to win. That is gut feeling. That confidence, everything comes from the gut feeling. If you use the logic, then you won't. Oh, what will happen? Here I may lose. Here this one, that one, everything. And MGR also, a lot of intuition. So politicians. It's not clear.
Intuition. See, you can, means you can work upon your intuition, and keep improving it.
Yes.
Can we do that?
Oh, yes. That is a refined that one. When the intuition says something, it is a raw product. Then you collect the more information, more data, everything. to complement that, then that intuitive thinking that will get stronger and stronger. The sports athletes also, intuition. The coach, and who to be the first batsman. MS Dhoni, if he is the captain, he has to decide the order. Do you follow me? Which order? Who should now come to do the batting? Everything. It is intuition plays a big role. They change the order. Everything.
Yes.
Okay, now let me stop the recording and don't go away. We will continue the discussion. I'm just stopping the recording. Okay?